Hey, everybody. I should look at the camera and say hey. But you know what? There's always technical things at the start. You guys, everyone knows that. Everyone knows it. I'm going to flip over. I think OBS knows what it's doing. Switching over to YouTube. I'm Anthony Stewart. Maritime Foam.
I'm Matt Ritchie, Nerf Dog.
Nerf Dog. I like that Nerf Dog's here to stay. I like that it's stuck. It's
like a fighter pilot call sign. I don't get to pick my own name.
That's right. I even have sound effects for it. We're pretty excited. This is stream number 2 of 2023. Mm-hmm. Had to think what year.
Yep.
And this is the year of guests.
It is.
We had a pretty exciting guest last time.
American Foam, yeah.
American Foam himself. Very cool. I saw him on the chat earlier. He's on the chat here right now. He just said hey, so we can't say anything bad about him. No, not that we would. It was awesome having him on, and I want to do that again.
Yep.
This month, we have NotNuffNerf. You guys know him. You guys love him. And we have him here with us to talk about all sorts of kind of... I think the mods that haven't been getting as much attention. Mm-hmm. That's what kind of caught my eye with his stuff. Anyway, is just doing like really cool stuff with different power sources. Like not everything was like, here's a LIPO, here's some Krakens,
Yep.
And let's
hurt each other.
Let's hurt each other. Let's burn some faces off.
Sure.
So I think without any further ado, I'm gonna go. We won't go to the chat until we get Not Enough in here. Mm-hmm. So we're all chatting. This is a pretty professional organization, so we're gonna play an intro. Let's see how that goes. We just added it. Let's see.
There you go.
Boom! We did it. Seamless. Welcome, Not Enough. Welcome to the chat. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Woo!
It's the 5-second delay always gets me.
Right.
I was sweating there for a second.
What's going on?
This is awesome. Everyone in the chat. So of course, I'm new. We're new to having guests on. If you notice any issues with the audio or you're having trouble hearing, we do have the ability to crank things up a little bit. So we'll tweak it if we can, but we're doing our best. So hopefully everything works out great. Not Enough Nerf. Why don't you introduce yourself? And I'll stop talking. I gotta do, Matt, you gotta poke me if I'm talking too much. I get excited.
All right, sure.
Sure. What's up, guys? I'm Not Enough Nerf. From Florida. Love the sport and the hobby. Came on in June. Actually re-entered June of 22 because life and, kind of have to pay bills. Yeah. So basically that. And I got into it like everybody else, shooting my siblings and, getting into trouble. Mm-hmm. The accessibility of Nerf is amazing. So that's what we did. And by the way, Matt and Anthony, we're still going to burn each other's faces off, but with vacuum cleaner batteries.
Sure. Okay. I love it. I absolutely love that. I feel like it wasn't one of the first videos of yours that I saw, but it stands out to me. There was one where I think you're opening up a Dyson battery pack. And that kind of stood out to me as I like what this guy's doing. I don't fully understand it, but I like what I'm seeing.
Right. Little Dr. Frankenstein action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing with drill batteries, and now that we're in the topic, people throw their batteries away because they're like, it's dead. It doesn't work anymore. It's dead. But usually there's one faulty battery in that pack of 6. Okay. So the Dyson batteries, I guess they're 21 volt. They're like a 6S. Right? And one battery dies, it kills off the whole circuit. That's the way it's built like that. But the 5 cells, the other ones, are perfect.
Right.
So
that's cool.
It's free.
So you get yourself a little voltage meter, and you can go in and see what's still good, basically.
Yeah, you just test them individually.
That's awesome. I do love scavenging. It's funny, when I started out modding, especially being where we are, constantly I was like, I don't have these parts that people are talking about.
Right.
Like, it's hard to even find toy screws. But now, thanks to just an addictive personality, I'm drowning in parts because I keep everything that I break down.
I mean, with the space you got, it's probably a good idea to keep some spare parts around.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I'm running a bit of an Nerf arena in my girlfriend's board game cafe, and of course, like, Yeah, I mean, Nerf things are not exactly made for, they're made for kids to play with. They're not made for commercial things, so you get, like, breakage and people just jamming and stuff like that. But it hasn't been too bad. But there have been a few repairs already. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we should go to the chat, guys. We should go to the chat, everybody. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, I'm, like, blown away. There's, like, a lot going on here.
This is cool. I'm going to be super weird. I'm going to the beginning. I'm going almost right to the start. So I just want to say hello to people. Foamtastic, American Foam, Nomad Foam. We got Wax Sun here, who I met down at NWAR. Nice. Super nice guy. I think he gave me, I'm reaching up, make sure my belly doesn't come out and make this an obscene show. He actually gave me this in a parking lot. So super nice. He heard that I wanted one on the stream and brought it along. Nice. So super cool. I'm hoping we can play again sometime. We got Tech Center, 3RN3STV.
Ernest, as the young kids would say.
Oh, Ernest! I'm not cool. I'm old. I think there's someone on there. Not enough. I think we have Miss
John James. Yeah. It's a good thing you mentioned about those vape batteries. Those are actually high drain batteries, especially the sealed ones. If you can open it up without blowing up your basement, very good source of LIPO for blasters.
Right.
Vape, disposable vapes, as well as vapes that use regular batteries. Those are all high drain batteries. Those are perfect for blasters. So I'll let Tony answer the rest of the chat.
No, I'm stuck on causing a fire. I like it. I like that. I like that a lot. No, I mean, I was just running through the chat. I think Miss NotNuff is here. Doggy Danger, Dark Hearted King, John James, Hawk the Gamer, Sino, American Foam, as I said. Hey, Paper Skeletons 3D. I know we're gonna be talking about lots of different mods, but I just want to show this cool pilot mod that I got from Paper Skeletons. Everyone's loving the pilot. Everyone's modding it. This is like the coolest dart holder.
I love how that thing looks like a V6 muscle car.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It needs the V6 repaint. Oh! Why wasn't I on the target cam? No, that was pure can.
It was pure can.
Anyway,
pure can.
Yes. Matt and I had a stream one time where we were shooting cans off each other's head with the Nerf Dreadbolt, the one that fires the big arrows. So if there was a hit, we would say pure can. So, But yeah, Paper Skeletons, really cool of you to pop in. And yeah, I'm not going to be a big noob and just read everyone in the chat.
Sure.
That's what I was doing. I'm going to stop doing that. That's a lot.
Joel King, what's up, buddy? I saw Joel King pop in just now.
Nice. Oh, awesome. Hey, Joel King,
Mook must be on break from work. Mook, thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Oh, that's awesome. Always glad to see Joel King. Joel King's one of my favorite modders. Mm-hmm. He builds the things that no one else wants to.
His integrations are just Frankenstein. Fantabulous.
He has a blaster called Just Internals. That's the shell is all internals. It looks like it would make your hands bleed to hold it, and I absolutely love it. So thanks for stopping by. But yeah, why don't we kick it over to you to just kind of talk about? I know you have some blasters you've been working on lately. I just want to take a moment to say too, I think probably a lot of people here probably have seen your videos, but if they haven't, like I was just talking to Matt about them, like the quality is super high. They have a great energy. Love all the intros and just a lot of the stuff that you do around it. Like they're very easy to watch, and that sounds like a weird compliment, but that's not true of all YouTube videos. Like they're very easy to watch, and so I don't know. I wonder if you have something from a recent mod or video or project that you want to show us. And I'm going to switch over to a camera that focuses on you, so I'm going to shut up for a minute, which is hard to do. Boom.
Yeah, let me grab something that will touch on that there. So I like my videos to speak to the people that not necessarily are very technically inclined, because I was once there, and right. I think we all start somewhere. We don't start as blaster modding professionals. So what I like to do is I like to show people from an accessibility standpoint that anything is possible. So I like to go a little bit against the grain. If I watch a video and I see somebody say, I give up, I'm going to throw this thing in the trash, I can't mod it, it's sealed or something. a light bulb goes off in my head, and I'm like, man, this is a challenge. And I think that's what happened with the Explorer. Marcus is one of my best friends. I mean, I met him through you, Tony, and I love the guy to death. He's an amazing engineer. When he said that he even 3D printed a plunger tube and could not make this thing shoot,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, man, I got to tackle this. I don't care if it kills me. And believe me, I have plenty of projects that have made me want to jump off the cliff. But this here is like, this was a true challenge. This was a pain in the butt to do.
That's
This
awesome.
thing pretty much required a rebuild of the AR chamber. But we did it. And that basically is just to send a message to people, to, you know, aspiring Nerf blaster modders, that nothing's impossible. You can get sometimes tools that are around your house inside that common kitchen drawer that everybody accesses. You could build something nice. It doesn't require an Etsy store or a 3D printer. Not everybody has the resources or the financial fundamentals to do that. So the sport is for everybody. So I just kind of like want to show that the door is open for everybody from all walks of life to you know, approach this and have fun with it. Even from a modding perspective, modding doesn't have to be exclusive to a gate-kept kind of society. It could be everybody. Even the casual players can mod their blasters. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like my approach to the hobby. And I also like doing videos on things that I consider interesting and might not always be what gets the views or the trendy topics, which is okay. But if I have fun with it, I think that translates into the videos. Like, if you're enjoying something, I think that comes across in the video. If you're there because you just feel like it's a task or a job, that's also going to translate over to the fans and the audience. So I think it's important to always have a handle on things you love and make sure that that love comes across on screen when you're sending the message through a video.
Oh, I agree 100%. And I also think, like, I think doing videos just to chase views is the wrong approach. Like, I don't know. It's not going to make you happy because it's really hard to predict what videos are going to do well, too.
Exactly.
Like, it's really hard to predict. My most viewed video is a video on the Nerf dog treat launcher. So, like, okay, sure. Like, but I mean, that's fine. Like, you just...
Love Maggie, by the way.
Oh, everyone loves Maggie. But it's funny. I did a mod guide for this barricade. And I was like, I did a mod guide, and I think I joked, I'm like, you're just doing a mod guide for the barricade about 12 years too late. But, like, I don't know. I find, like, you find a blaster, and it takes you're just like, well, now I'm kind of obsessed with, like, wanting to do something with that. Kind of like you got obsessed with the Nerf Junior Explorer. Mm-hmm. What kind of performance are you getting from the Explorer now?
I think the averages on the short darts were 119 or 120.
What?
And
that's awesome.
Traditional length darts were about right at 102 or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome because that thing is like 40.
It's like 40 to 50.
Right.
And that's inconsistent.
Very inconsistent. Mine usually doesn't shoot one dart. One dart usually stays in. So that's super cool. I actually picked this up on a thrift today. A little bow strike. Which I've always thought.
I loved it when I found one of those things.
Yeah, it looks cool. Its performance is really bad, so I'm like, you know what? This would be. I don't do enough spring mods. Like, this would be a fun one to goof around with and do something with, just because I think it has such a cool gimmick to it.
Right.
I'm gonna pop over to the chat for a second here. There's lots of combo in here. We got. You're going to Maryland. Sorry, Maryland. I've been saying Maryland.
No, Maryland.
Al the Geek was like, you're saying it like a Canadian. So
man, Brad is like killing it with answering. Thanks, Brad.
Whoa.
Brad is like doing the good service of the
moderator.
Lord there. He's answering all the questions about all the events and stuff. Appreciate you, Brad.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to Maryland Mayhem. Pretty fun announcement.
I will be there.
That's right. This guy's going to Maryland Mayhem before having a child.
Right.
He's going on
my last hurrah in.
your first Nerf hurrah and last Nerf hurrah for a while. But we're actually going to be playing in the tournament,
the professional tournament.
So we are going to get slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered. We're playing with a few people down there and playing with Al the Geek. And it originally came from joking with Al. I was like, I kind of want to play just to experience it,
right.
But I need to play with people who have no real sincere wish to win, because I am going to lose it for the team. And we joked
on day one.
We joked about calling ourselves the Mega Double XLs.
Sure.
Because we're just gonna be out there getting hit, but it's gonna be pretty fun. Awesome Lucas 78 is asking why there's a hanging modulus on Not Enough ceiling.
It's not a GIF.
I thought it was an
It
animated
was a
GIF.
digitally added thing, yeah.
That's good production.
Okay, so the story behind that's like 15 minutes old. That was a last minute idea.
Right.
I hung it up to the actual light switch on my fan, and because it's on a swivel chain, the speed of the fan spins it around.
Nice.
And it's a free prop that took 15 minutes and 2 zip ties. I was not expecting that at all. It was just supposed to hang there originally. Now it spins.
That spins.
Hooray.
It's very, very cool. Joel King was just saying he loves that Elite Junior mod. He hadn't seen someone rebuild a Smart Air before. I agree. I think that is a awesome mod.
Yeah, I think some guy, I think it was Fantastic, was like, this guy used to be the battery master or something. Now he's the AR master or something. I'm like, man, I'm just messing around with these things because I did do the Tetrad. I love that thing. Have you guys played with the Tetrad yet?
I don't actually have a Tetrad yet. They were available here super late.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're here now, but I've never seen one on the thrift or anything, and it's kind of like the retail price is just high enough to make it a little bit of a. Yeah, I might get it at some point because I feel it
You
missing.
feel missing? A void?
Yeah, right. Like I know it's not here, and now that's all I can think of. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Is Toys R Us open?
No.
Oh man.
You guys are so lucky to have a Toys R Us. Can we talk about that for a quick second?
That's true. Toys R Us is gone in the States.
Yeah. It is good, but like, here's the thing about Toys R Us: you cannot buy anything if it's not on sale because it's going to go on sale the next week for
Immediately
like
after you buy it.
40% off.
Yep.
You can tell I'm in my 40s because I keep my receipts, and if that things go on sale, I march back in there with my receipt and I say, "Excuse me,
Price
madam," or "Excuse me, sir. I bought this and I would like a price guarantee."
Right.
I've done that so many times.
I was just talking about that with Tim Shooter. He's a loyal viewer of both of ours. And we were talking about, he had one instance where he couldn't resist the itch. You know, we're talking about how we're not the type of people to jump on a blaster as soon as it's advertised or as soon as it's on pre-order.
Yeah.
Like, just wait for it because there's only a matter of time before Target's going to break you with the upsetness that 50% off.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I jumped on the Tryon. I did it, guys. I wanted it. Sorry. I wanted it.
Yep, I get it.
Like, but $64, you can get the 1.2 now.
Oh, I actually,
$64?
yeah, I was actually thinking.
By the way, I live by my shorts. I stand by my words. I got a 1.2 and a dictator.
Right.
I needed another one.
So speaking of little like easy mods and stuff too.
Right.
I've had a 1.2 for a while. Dart Zone sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna confess something to you guys. I was so unhappy with it that I kind of hedged on I didn't even open it because I knew it was so problematic.
Right.
And if I'm reviewing something, it's going to be like an honest review about it. And this might make me seem crappy, but I was kind of like, oh, it's going to be so bad from what I've heard. I don't know. I'm just going to wait a bit. So like now that I reviewed it, and I did say in the thing, I'm like, this thing was a jam mess.
Machine, yeah.
But if you
But
take
you got
out
it, like the Dart Guide, really? Just shaving it down?
And removing it.
Didn't even shave it down. That is one way you can do it, but literally there's one screw. You unscrew that screw, the Dart Guide and a couple other things fall out, and now I've put probably 16, 18 round Talon mags through it of short darts and no jams. I've put a couple mags of long darts through for funsies. No jam.
Yeah.
This thing would...
Makes you wonder,
Yeah.
from an engineering standpoint, why is that even there, right? Because
I don't know. And I think it's probably one of those things, man, it just got too late in production, and it was there. And then, like, the liability of, like, telling people to take it out, it's like admitting you made a mistake. Like, you can't
tell people to mod your blasters.
Yeah, you can't do that, so I don't know. So but it's a good, like, if you take that out, it's an awesome blaster.
hey, Barrett's in the chat. What's up, Barrett?
I might get another one.
He's talking about the trash talking the 1.2.
Oh! Wow. Did you just have, like, did you just sense that in a peer? That is very impressive. Since Beret's here, and I don't know how long he's going to be here, I got to grab something.
Nope.
I'll be right back.
Keep the monkeys occupied.
Well, first I saw Joe King's Triumph trumps the 1.2, and then I was like, started thinking about it. And then I saw Barrett right after. I'm like, yep. The 1.2 is not the most popular blaster right now, but we're making it better.
Yeah.
I don't know where
What are you looking for?
I was looking for, I actually bought the same sweater that Beret has. I bought that Nerf sweater from Just Fun, and I was gonna throw it on, but I can't find it. I was gonna do a wardrobe change,
Okay.
just to be dressed up like
I gotta get
twinsies.
some merch from Maritime too, and we got to get the ambassador flags going. We have a lot of projects.
I
The
did
ambassadors.
Joel King. I want to get a Mark 1.2 and convert it to Ultra. I love it. Why not?
Good thinking, Joel King. That's my kind of thinking.
American Foam took the guide out and it's quite nice. Yeah, exactly. You definitely can't fix the weak stock. The stock is pretty gross, but I don't know. I'm just in the habit now of priming it, using it.
The pistol grip?
Yeah, using it kind of like what's the Adventure Force version? I forget what it's called. Doesn't matter. You guys know what it is. That Adventure Force one that has no stock. I just kind of am used to just holding it by that handle, and it works. It works okay. Mm-hmm. 3 substitute. Just hey, it's Ren. It's my buddy Randy. Ren Imagines. He's up in Toronto. Man thought he was going to get the Vulcan. I do have a modded Vulcan behind me that shoots about 160 feet per second. It has a flywheel afterburner in it. I just need to find the will to get all the wiring inside of it. All the wiring right now is outside of it. But I'll get there.
It's just a small detail. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, Beret. So for it being like that is the thing. Like it is unfortunate about that because it's in like 2.8. Like I've had as high as like 218. Like that's high out of the box, and especially for $64.
Yeah,
I'll take a crappy stock and I will remove one screw and get a blaster that works.
I understand the sentiment though, because this was a $120 blaster $120 blaster when it came out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
As what I said on my original Deuce Pro video, like there's no reason for anybody, whether you're a modder or a casual nerfer, to buy a blaster, to have to mod it in order for it to work at base functionality. And that's where I understand the upsetness of people. Like if I had to go out and buy, even at $65 half off, if I had to go buy a 1.2, and now I have to open it up, I have to take out a dart guide or whatever.
I will say you don't have to open it up though to take that out.
I know you could do it through the access slot. But I'm just saying, like in general, that idea that you have to mod something just to make it work at base functionality. That's where I understand why people are upset. But like, would you say that it's battle worthy now? Now that you've made that mod, you can take it to your nerf and you're confident you can just
100%. Yeah, I'll probably
I could change the game.
Yeah, I'll probably.
I want to make a long form out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I probably should. I'm going to use it in Maryland when I get absolutely destroyed there. So before I get a shot off, when I'm going to get in the face, I'm going to be holding it.
Right.
Anyway.
Not only that, but it'll put a bug in the ear for the guys at Dart Zone. Maybe they can re-engineer a piece that wipes that problem clean, and maybe the Mark 1.3.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe they can engineer a screwdriver, which would remove it and take that out. Beret coming in hot with a conspiracy theory. Coop has never acknowledged the Mark 1.2's existence. Interesting. Maybe,
he did not.
That is
Good
interesting.
Point,
I don't know. Joel King saying it's a tough sell. I get that. Oh, someone who just subscribed, Aaron Lillard. You're the guy I was just talking to yesterday who subscribed. Well, thank you for subscribing. That's super cool. I'm always...
Coop's silence is deafening, American Phone says.
Coop's silence is deaf. Yeah, maybe... You know what? Maybe he just felt bad. Maybe he didn't want to be mean a day. I want to see him now do that 460 dart challenge with it.
Right.
Without the dart guide. Or with the dart guide in. Yeah, because it would take you
a half hour.
A week. I don't know. Inner City
the
Pigeon.
Deuce Pro's a bigger case, though. That thing requires like 5 mods just to be normal.
Which one?
The Deuce Pro.
Yeah, the cylinder problems. I have enjoyed it okay for plinking. Mm-hmm. I get that. Meeker has some fixes for that, I think, or Silly Butts has some fixes too. So there are some fixes out there. But again, to your point though,
shouldn't need it.
It sucks to have to open it, fix it right out of the gate. It's a tough one for me though, because it is still like $40. You're getting a lot of blaster for that money and like a little holster. So like as a modder, but like the average person going, like it's not like every Deuce Pro went to a modder.
Exactly.
So that's...
Hey, I'm looking forward to it because that means the thrift shops are going to start popping up with Deuce Pros.
True.
Yeah, I've seen... Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I haven't seen a lot of Dart Zone thrift stuff here. I'm pretty rich in other thrift stuff, but
About the thrift topic.
Hey, that's
good
right.
transition.
Ooh, that was a good segue. You're like, that's great.
I mean, the living room's got 350 reasons or topics on the thrift.
I actually thrifted a few things today, and and there was one I'm actually really excited about. I thrifted this little guy, and I think that's really cool. One thing I'll say about this, I wish more Nerf blasters had just big open, like, faux sights. I think they're super fun. It doesn't impede me using it. Like, I hate all of the little tiny sights that you can't see out of. Like, those drive me bananas. Thrifted this guy today. Always happy to have one of these. This guy was $6, but so that's $6 Canadian. So for you guys, that's free.
25 cents.
Yeah, it's practically free. But these are always super awesome. I'm gonna put
I
this
find those
in
at the
there.
bins. It's amazing. They're like pennies. Yeah, that sight. I mean, you don't like the sight though?
No, I like this. I like this. I like a big wide open sight. I
Because
also
it's more practical for Nerf because Nerf is not like deadly actors.
No.
exactly right. And I found a turbine for like $7. So
That amazing.
pretty pumped about that. And I noticed it takes 4 C batteries, and the best thing about that is there's room for other batteries because I'm not using anything with C or D batteries anymore.
I finally painted my turbine. I'm gonna be coming out with a video of that soon. That was actually my first mod before I started my YouTube channel.
Nice.
And that one, I natively built it with a 3S battery and a mod that I have not mentioned, but you guys are going to get VIP treatment. You guys watching the live
We're
stream?
here first.
I thought you
have
meant
not
just us,
mentioned
and I was like,
part of the
oh.
mod yet, but this goes along with the homemade DIY mods. Basically, you know how you guys do Krakens and you do the flywheels and the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just like we battery shrink our plunger heads to make them seal better, you battery shrink your flywheels and it gives them an extra layer of tolerance so that they crush more now. So you shrink your battery shrink basically a 3/4 inch piece around each flywheel, and now the flywheels are closer together. So you add the voltage and you add that crush, game over.
Around the fly.
So I think I was getting like 150 out of the turbine.
How's
Pretty nice.
it last?
I don't know because I haven't shot like
All
1,600 rounds on it, but
All
probably we'll just have to torture test, I guess.
I'm eager to see. That's cool. That was a mod that people did to the barricade way back in the days. They would just like
To make it shoot at streamlines.
yeah, just to make it a little. I'm gonna pop over to the chat for a second here.
Yeah, it's flooded. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's really
Joel
cool.
found a Nexus Pro for $6.
A Nexus Pro for $6. That's amazing.
Wow, I know some guy that posted about that, finding them while they were on clearance. He posted like a weird price of like $2 or $3. I'm like, do people at Walmart like make those kind of mistakes?
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that too.
Walmart has some crazy clearance. I watch a lot of YouTube on like thrifting and stuff like that. And
Oh,
Walmart,
thrifted. No, okay, Joel King said thrifted. But while they were on clearance, Joel King, people were picking them things up for like $2 or $3 on
Yeah.
Walmart. Yellow tagged. I'm like,
and
how
Walmart
is
has like secret clearance where if you go on with the Walmart ad and scan some stuff's like pennies, and they will honor that online.
Right,
price.
you showed me YouTube stuff where people are going through buying
video games for a penny.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's super wild. I know what we're doing when we go to the States.
scan stuff.
We are going to scan. We're going to scan everything. Bray was saying he'd like to see more Nexus style repaints on other Dart Zone blasters. Yeah, I would agree. I'm a big Dart Zone fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did a party last weekend with a bunch of teenagers, which on TikTok it has 600,000 views.
Nice.
And a whole lot of airsoft bros going, bro,
don't play airsoft.
bro, why wouldn't you play airsoft? What a bunch of wieners. What is it? Yeah, I'm gonna play airsoft with a bunch of
Indoors.
16-year-olds indoors, close range, and we're gonna do like different scenario. Like I swear, most actual airsoft people that I've met think like Dart Zone stuff and even Nerf stuff is really neat as a hobby. Like they're not aware of it. I swear these are just like kids who've never played anything,
Right.
and it's just like airsoft, bro. They loved this. It's whatever. I'll just take the views on that TikTok, I guess. Yeah, boy.
The great thing about Nerf is that it's great as a main hobby, but it's also great as a segue hobby because you get into it, you get into Nerf, and then the accessibility of it is so high. You can play indoors, outdoors, anywhere.
Oh, well, that's
Bring you
the
into
thing.
everything else, gel ball and everything else.
Like I can't play anything else. Like my little arena I have is like in the middle of a board game cafe. Like there's netting up. Like there's no other thing I can play there. It's not like I don't think airsoft can be fun. Like I'm actually gonna do a video in the spring. I have a friend. We're gonna do a video where we do a day of we're gonna play stock Nerf, Dart Zone, paint, and then airsoft. We're gonna do
Wow.
we're gonna do a day of it and just do like not dissing one over the other, but just literally like
Comparing side by
what
side
did
by
we
side.
like about this? Like what? And I mean, I think the biggest one for paint and airsoft is gonna be like locations are hard.
Yeah, and you need to plan ahead. You can't just
Yeah, see, Joel could say he picked up some Conquest for $1. Those are the kind of deals I was talking about.
right.
Oh yeah, the Conquest is the one that doesn't have the stock. I'm thinking like that's how I hold my Mark 1.2. I basically hold it like a Conquest because the stock is garbage. But whatever.
That's why I like the Dictator better. It has that extra butt pad area, so it can.
Everybody
do some-
likes the Dictator and its butt, and how it likes those clips in the butt. Mook saying he'd like to own one of those blue Nexuses. LOL.
Yeah.
I am very happy about that blue
Right.
Nexus. It makes me.
Was that a Canadian exclusive? What is the story behind that one?
Dart Zone sent those out. They sent out some blue Nexuses, Nexuses. I don't know. They sent out some blue versions of the Nexus with like a dart catcher and the where is it? That's the trouble with 2 locations right now. I'm like half my stuff is near, but there's a dart sample pack, so they sent that out to some people. So I was just lucky to have gotten one of those in the mail.
Nice.
So that was fun because it actually kind of made me revisit the Nexus Pro. Like I hadn't played with mine a whole lot at the time. I have one of the orange ones, so it was it kind of made me realize like, wow, this is really good, and it kicked off
Such
a
a
lot
fun
of cool
blaster, yeah.
It kicked off a lot of cool stuff. The purple camo one, like, and the gold one, like, those are both cool. I kind of wish I had those, but, like, also, do I need,
Do you need 4 of
Do
them?
I need 4 Nexus Pros? God, I do now. Just thinking about
a whole
them.
pegboard of Nexus Pros.
I know, just thinking about not owning them just makes
I
me...
grabbed a couple when they were in clearance, so I feel you on that one.
You Americans
American
and your
clearance.
clearance. Bleh. You guys.
Before we get off the battery topic and go on to the thrifting, I wanted to say one more thing. So, you guys know the Ultra Speed 4S that I built for that, and for the MK3. The MK3 took it with flying colors. It's like Dart Zone built that blaster to just take voltage. It's ridiculous. But I was going to start a series. You know, you guys know how Captain Xavier has. Will it take a
K26?
What is the one? Will it take a K26?
Yeah.
So I was going to start one. I was going to start a series called Will It 4S, where we just take random blasters off the shelf and just
like
put
it.
a 4S in them and see what it does.
I would absolutely love that. I'm impressed that your Mark III took the 4S because during upgrading my pusher on my Mark III, basically I think I partially fried both my switches. Because that's why my Mark III, once you start... So I replaced the rev trigger, because once you started revving, it would just keep revving.
Keep rolling, yeah.
And I fixed that. I put in a 21 amp switch. And then now, if you switch to full auto and start full auto, it just empties the mag if you let go. So it's like bridging. It's bridging in that switch. So I got to replace the. It's interesting, but I mean, I might have just had like one bad surge and that kind of messed it up. I actually don't want to jump away too quickly from battery stuff because I want to talk about something that I think is kind of near and dear to both of us is like LIPOs are awesome, and like kind of the opposite of 4S is just how much fun you can have with a 9.6 volt. I've been having a blast putting these in, pardon the pun, everything. You know, like I put a 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride in the Nerf rival charger back there. And now instead of low 90s, it's hitting like 115, 116. And, you know, where it is only 9.6, you don't have to do a whole lot else. I took one of those, the built-in battery pack from those rival packs. I missed the days when they were using their own rechargeables and kind of made like a little adapter so I could put 9.6s in there. So now like my Hera, the Nemesis, all of those, I just bought a bunch of these 9.6 batteries. And I'm using those for everything. Because, like, you could buy that rival pack, but it was only 7.2. The Perseus was the only one that had the 9.6.
Thinking retrospectively, the Perseus is the only blaster ever from Nerf that ever brought a 9.6 volt in a native battery pack. It was a one-hit wonder. They made that, and that's it.
Yeah,
unless any of the gel stuff that I don't know about.
You know what though? But, I think the Prometheus was
the Prometheus.
The Prometheus also had a really weird shaped one. It had
Did it have a 9.6 or was it 7.2?
It was 9.6. I'm almost positive both of mine are at the cafe right now, but the Prometheus and the Perseus get pretty much the same performance. I'm sure we have a lot of Nerf knowledge in the chat. I feel like somebody must know if that Prometheus is a 9.6, but
yeah, somebody's about to convert it right
I'm pretty sure it is though. But the rechargeable packs it was a great option. Like I wish they would do more. Like that was a big problem with the Hyper, the Mach 100 came out with those 6D batteries and just like, I mean, it had its own problems being Hyper, but like the performance, like it sounded like a dead cat. It was awful, awful.
Just answering a few chats here. We got American Foam talking about 9.6. Yeah, I like the nickel metal hydride voltage because it has a different voltage delivery than LIPO. LIPO is very aggressive. It just like dumps all the volts and all the watts at once, whereas the nickel metal hydride stuff is a little bit more gentle. So I would call it the most stock motor friendly battery, especially at 9.6 volts. Like if you go a little bit over, maybe you're pushing it at 10.2 or whatever, but 9.6 is like the gold standard, I think, for upgrading any, like if you're not going to do anything, rewire, flywheel, nothing, just or switches, I should say. If you're just going to throw in volts like batteries, 9.6 nickel metal, it's kind of like the safety.
Yeah, the motors even sound better. I just want to quickly, at the chat, I see We Do Everything. He was asking about modding a Motoblitz, and then I think he retracted a message not to embarrass him, saying, sorry, that was a dumb question. But I call that out because like there are no dumb questions. I've asked so many questions of people
gotta learn
over Instagram and on Facebook groups, and like there's so much. I actually need to put out like, I need to get an extended barrel. I want to get an extended barrel for my Mark 1.2, and I'm just like, I don't know what to get because I put all my time into flywheelers. So everyone doesn't know something at the start. So for the Motoblitz question, I won't go into detail, but you should check out Autodarts has a kit for that, and they have a mod video for that. So you should have a watch of that video, and that'll give you kind of a good start. So no dumb questions. Nice.
Joel can confirm Prometheus 9.6. Okay, I had a feeling it was because it's powerhouse of a blaster. It needs that.
Yeah, it's super, super fun. Rush 40 at Walmart for 11. You know what? For $11 a Rush 40, if you can find a place that'll let you use Hyper, sure. Like sure. I mean, it's fun. Like a high capacity pistol like that is super cool. It's just it has its problems, but yeah. On that battery topic, one more thing I think I wanted to say is one thing that I really enjoyed doing is, and I think it's because of where I am, it can be hard to access all of the LIPOs that you guys can access. I have quite a little collection now of like tiny little LIPOs that probably wouldn't be super great to use with their discharge rate and how much power they hold for like a whole day. But I do an awful lot of stuff that's just like a little bit of plinking or showing stuff. And I have some little 2S LIPOs that actually fit in a 3 AA battery tray, or a 4 AA battery tray.
And well, actually, get more of those.
Yeah, like actually this will fit in a barricade. Like this will fit in the Raven to kind of keep it a sleeper, but still like I'm getting 120 with that. So like I do find sometimes we get stuck on like people are only recommending like the same couple batteries, and like I don't know. There's pros and cons, but I feel like once you get modding enough, don't be afraid
to try stuff.
Trying stuff out for sure.
So that LiPo technology that you're holding, that's the same kind of technology they use for smartphones. So it's basically a Li-ion in a LiPo configuration. It's a flat cell. I have a video. I'm surprised. Like it's basically a Motoblitz, not a Motoblitz. I'm sorry, a Moto Strike, the Mega one, the Mega Strike.
Yeah. And
I built a 3S battery out of a Samsung smartphone.
Okay.
And I hooked it up and it ran well. It shot hundreds in the 100s. A Mega Dart going 100. It was fun to do that.
I do remember seeing that. This is the wrong. Darn it. You know what? I'm gonna plug. We usually have a thing here that when we talk about a blaster, we fire it. But we've been a little bit off of that. I'm gonna
target cam. I'm
gonna deafen people. I just want an excuse for the target cam. I'm gonna hang this big 9.6 off the side of my Raven. This Raven is set up. It is set up, but as much as I'm like, ooh, not everything has to be Daybreaks and Krakens. This is Daybreaks and Krakens. But even on like a 9.6. It is.
hurt.
Yeah, it's snap. I don't know I don't have my chrono set up right here, but man, like 9.6 will do a lot to a blaster. I know for me starting out, I kind of thought that like, oh, like other companies, they have like way better engineering than the Nerf stuff. Like they just have more power for a lot of things.
Are you firing full lengths out of that thing right now?
It was.
That was just full lengths out of that. That
I
was
guess it shoots so fast I couldn't even see. Like,
that was
because
that's
the
like
5-second delay.
Oh
I
yeah,
see
yeah.
now.
That's like the first blaster I ever modded. I actually used an American Foam mod guide back when I did that. I watched that mod guide, then I did mine, and I did a mod guide for it, and I was like, mine was like his, but with a lot of mistakes. I'd be like, oh,
You guys have a lot of cool older videos when you were small channels. Like, those videos are like viral now. They're like awesome mod. Like, I saw the one that you made the other day with the knockouts, all those barrels.
Oh, all
That
the
thing was
Meeker,
cool.
all the
Meeker
cool
stuff, yeah.
Meeker stuff. Yeah, I think you left a comment. Meeker's still doing. He's still doing cool.
That's good. He's still around.
Tons of cool stuff. Absolutely. I'm gonna check out the
Chats?
Check out the chat here. American Foam, thank you. I always tell whenever, because I feel like a little bit of like these days, if I was doing a mod guide, I generally, like, I just kind of go dive into it and figure it out.
As you
but
go.
like that was new, and like there was stuff I was doing that I didn't really, that was probably a mod guide that I did too early. Like in some ways, like I didn't have a full on, but like you learn, like I learned a lot about doing guides, so I'm always in that video, and every time anyone's like, I saw that video, I'm like, American Foam did a video, and then I watched it, and then I did one. So I don't know. I think it's really important to always like cite your sources if you
For sure.
you do stuff or you use something for inspiration. I just think that's important.
So Mook says something about a $60 Pharaoh. He did a short dart kit for it. So if you guys are wondering, the Pharaoh right now, $19.99. Less than half off is usually like $45 at Walmart.com. I didn't have one, so I went ahead and ordered one because I saw Maritime's video the other day. He was having so much fun with it. I'm like, I gotta get me a Pharaoh. But I want to do an aluminum barrel and keep it ultra. I'm the weirdo that does that.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, the Pharaoh is a cool blaster, and like I can tell you too, like that is one that everyone gravitates to when they see it on the wall because it's got that big bolt action.
Giant draw. Yeah.
It's super long. It's a very very
Performance is not bad. It's typical ultra.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't like the scope. The scope's really hard to see through. Like you kind of have to like. It's weird. There's weird stuff in Nerf, and a lot of times I'll get comments and people are like, "They're for kids," because I'll be like, "This is hard to hold." But I'm like, Ultra and Rival it's for teenagers.
Not, yeah.
Like it's not unreasonable to be like you should be able to sit. Yeah, like a bigger human head should be able to see through a scope. Like, it's not unreasonable.
The thing with Nerf is that you just end up shooting from the hip no matter what you have. I mean, maybe with the Max Strikers of the world and, a couple of those, maybe you can have a little bit of use of the sights. They're a little bit more accurate and with the Scar Barrel stuff. But Nerf blasters, you shoot from the hip and you trace your shots to the target.
Right.
At the end of the day, for the most part.
Until you get those mods going.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to let this go too. Time always goes so fast.
Gets away from us.
Yep.
It does.
Thrifting, right?
Ultra is for ages 8+. Never mind. So I will say with certainty, no
8-year-old.
Man, it's so fascinating. Like I feel like I have kind of like a unique thing of like.
You only need every Nexus Pro. Brett is killing me here.
Oh yeah, it is the only. Just get a Nexus Pro, dude. I see a lot of kids using blasters, and man, like they have a hard time priming Rival stuff and Ultra stuff because it requires like a full prime and that click and then forward. There's so many times the kids are like, "This is jammed." I'm like, "It's not jammed. You just gotta pull a little bit further." Like that's why I do kind of enjoy having some flywheelers out in the mix too, just for that. I want to open up. I got a package. It was very serendipitous. What he's playing it cool. This is a package from NotNuff. This is hot off the Canadian postal presses. Picked up today. Woo!
I thought there were t-shirts in there. It looks like a big package.
What do we got? Things hard to find in Canada. Uh-oh.
What you got?
Oh, yeah.
Some merch.
Got some merch.
Got some merch in there?
Oh.
Whoa. Wow.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I can't.
New strike.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to get into this and check it out. This thing looks very fun. I've said about a million times I hate Elite 2.0 colors. I love the Wildlands colors. Like these colors, I like a lot. The original ones didn't do much for me. These ones,
Wildlands, man. They have to remake every Elite 2.0 blaster without solvent weld and in Wildlands colors.
Yeah.
Just those two things, Hasbro, for now, and maybe 6 AA's instead of 4, maybe.
Check that out. That's awesome. Thanks so much, dude.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, you did me that favor with the ambassador thing. I appreciate that.
Oh, I meant to have that video queued up. There was someone won a Not Enough contest, and they turned out to be 10 minutes away from me. So I picked up.
I can't believe Jeremy.
That's crazy. It's super cool. So he actually came to the cafe, and I gave him a prize on behalf of Not Enough. I was the ambassador.
Nice.
And that was very cool. The shirt is awesome.
Very nice.
I'm gonna put it on.
Sorry, Matt. I'll send you one when I send him the Marcus one, because Marcus wears a large.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do another shipment, including the Germany contraband.
There we go.
Nice. We got a sticker on there. You go.
There, I don't need to advertise my size on there. This is awesome. This is great too.
Now, Miss Not Enough got me a bunch of Say Let's Get It. It was a limited run. I have to get those as well, just for fun times, for the wars and stuff.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
So, Maritime, could you tell people why you use barrel protectors?
Oh yeah,
I love that one-liner joke. I love it.
Absolutely. I was talking to Not Enough about he has kind of an aluminum shroud. So this is brass.
Yep.
He has an aluminum shroud on the brass to protect the brass, and he was talking about that. I was like, well, I really like a shroud, but I just like a shroud because I don't want to like basically cork. Like take a core out of a person. Like I see people running around with like brass hanging out of their blasters, and I'm like, that looks insanely dangerous. Like, can you grab that knockout right there? Yeah, like I actually like this is actually a Meeker kit. This takes mags, and I have my brass sticking out of the barrel, but I like wrap some stuff around here
because a polymer front end. I like that. Is that PVC?
No, this is just like a whole bunch of tape.
Wow.
Yeah, this is very... I just wanted something that, like, I wouldn't accidentally stab someone. And you know what? The only reason I didn't shroud this all together is it was my first brass breach, and it was so... I found it so difficult. I'm like, I want people to see the brass.
I just don't know how people run around with their knife binders with 6 inches of bare, exposed brass in front of it. Like, aren't you afraid you're going to run into a wall and kink it or something? I mean, put the corking people aside. Let's talk about the real problems.
Not enough is like, I don't care about having a pound of your flesh. Beret is like, core sampling is a staple of the hobby.
It is, yeah.
Well, I'll see people with their, like, they'll have 4 feet of brass with their like 400 feet per second blaster. I'm like, granted, you're just like doing an experiment at that point. You're not like running around with it, but like
it's a biopsy show.
It's like just get right in there. So I like a little bit of protection on there. Blaster protection.
Okay, Joel King said they have rules on the local SDNC about core sampling. Exactly.
that makes sense.
Hilarious. Just a joke.
Oh yeah,
mandatory brass cover. Yeah. So I mean, it's common sense. I just did it. I mean, I don't attend any Nerf wars or anything. This was just common sense to protect the brass. So I mean, I guess it's a double feature. It actually helps for personnel as well, I guess.
I like to think you are grudgingly protecting people. You're like, you've told me so many times. You're like, it's to protect the brass. It's not. It's not
secondary.
It's the blaster.
Yeah.
Shaz,
got a question.
Shaz, it's good to see you. 2 more broads. We know them, don't we? We don't know which broad it is, so don't you watch your wink.
I just winked at someone.
Sampler.
We don't know who we winked at.
Inner City Pigeon says it's not a barrel; it's a dermal sampler.
Oh, Nerf Dog, Nerf Dog. What are you gonna rock at Maryland Mayhem?
I don't know yet. I feel like I'll have to nail that down in the next couple of weeks. We'll have to get together and brainstorm some ideas.
Yeah, because you're pretty partial to a Tomcat. You do like Tomcat.
I think the Tomcat's going to be good just because of the sheer capacity of the drum. And I would like something that's smaller in case I need to run around.
Yeah.
But I haven't made a final decision yet. But
Anthony,
Yeah.
what's going to be your loadout?
I think I'm probably going to use the 1.2.
oh, you're not going dual nightingales
Oh,
anymore?
sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm getting confused with I was confusing with the
Tournament?
tournament. For the HVZ, I'm going to do dual Nightingales, but I did find out the cap at the HVZ for this one is 120. So the Nightingales are just over 120. So the Nightingales were fine for Enmore,
Right.
but they're not for this. So I need to look into a couple 2S batteries so I can step down the power a little bit and get my Nightingale power down below 120.
Right.
But I just really I carried around a big, huge Percy's, and it felt like I just was shooting dollar bills out of the front of my Percy's at zombies.
Sure.
So I think I really that's the thing, in Nerf, you have your primary, but your primary and your second, a lot of times they all work the same. It's not like...
It's not like you need to shoot once. You don't have to shoot them once with your primary and twice with your secondary. As long as you hit them with something,
They're
it doesn't
not
really matter.
dead. They're not dead until you put one in the brain.
Right.
That's what they say. But yeah, I don't know. I found the dual Nightingale thing. I think that works pretty well for HVZ. Yeah. So if you use the Tomcat for HVZ, we'd actually have to step it down. I was in
okay.
because it shoots one. I'm gonna be wrong. How embarrassing! I think it's 150 or so. I think.
Does the Tomcat as well as the 1.2 bring an HVC spring, or am I thinking just a 1.2?
The 1.
Like a 150 and below spring?
Yeah, the 1.2 has a weaker spring, but I've heard
It ships with it, right?
Yeah.
Ships with it in the kit.
It does. I've heard the weaker spring makes it really inconsistent, but how would you judge that with how inconsistent it was before? I'll have to try it now and see. Danielle, he winked at Susan. Probably did.
Hometastic says drum is the way to go. Yeah, the Tomcat is not a bad choice if you're just a runner and gunner.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And I have a feeling that's going to be my job.
Oh yeah, you'll be.
I'll be at the front running around.
I'll be in the back.
Okay.
I'll be the. We're gonna run with Taco Hell, and I'll be Anvil. I'll be with the heavy
hammer.
The heavies in the back. Yeah, if you want to be hammer, you're a young man. You get in there and you run around. American Foam. He used a Hurricane at PSU. Yeah, and it was expensive to field. Yeah, I felt like I spent a lot at Enmore, because I also, you could recover your ammo, but I felt kind of weird, barging through the crowd, in my 40s, to steal the rival balls from
Hey, what do
kids.
you got against 40, man?
No, but I was just kind of I feel like I should let the kids get their ammo first. I'm saying kids, everyone was over 18, but I should I don't know, I just was I'm just, it's fine. So yeah, that was, I think I just want to go and use something I can buy ammo from Target and just be it's gone. It's gone.
As you pay and you're checking out, you're like, yep, donation.
Yep. Yeah. You can get a Tomcat down. I hear a 788 will do it. Oh, that is noted.
Good to know.
I might follow up with you. I won't remember from the chat. You're brave if you use a 1.2 with a weak spring. I've heard that it's very inconsistent, which is that's saying something.
Not what you want when zombies are barreling down on you.
And Mook saying fielding a proton pack. There's a lot of people that use proton packs. What? Well, Builder BB, who he does awesome stuff. He uses a proton pack with a 1,000 round backpack. And I'm I don't know. You're maybe I don't know it. He's independently wealthy. He's not on tonight, so I'll pick on. But I know he uses a proton pack. Man, that would get expensive. I mean, it's cool. I love my proton pack, but my proton pack is more show and tell for me.
What does that 788 mean that Joking mentioned? Is that a price or
type of spring?
Oh, the 7 kg.
I don't really. I'm not a spring guy. I'm gonna keep my responses minimal.
Definitely
because
a spec.
I'll show my lack of knowledge. I'll just be Googling 7088 spring after, and I'm sure it'll pop up. And then I'll do a short going, hey guys, you want to try out the 7088 spring in the Tomcat?
Doesn't sound all professional.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what it's all smoke and mirrors.
6 minutes.
I see. 6 minutes. Oh my god. I see. There's a question in the chat. If you have a question, just ask the question. You don't
have to preface
you don't
it.
need to tell us you have a question. I tell it to my kids too. They're like, Dad, I'm like, you don't need to say my name
Just ask
every time you speak to me. You can just say the words if we're looking at each other. I know you love HVZ, but what is y'all's love or go to zombie type movie show? Just wondering.
I am currently in the middle of The Last of Us. Or not the middle, I guess we're on episode 7, so it's almost done. And it has been a great reproduction of the game so far.
Yeah, I've played the game. I have not seen the show at all, so
Amazing.
I gotta try that out. Bray wants to play a zombie, so he's gonna go down quickly on purpose. Nice, that's good. I really enjoyed being a zombie at. I did not enjoy being a zombie at M-War. I enjoyed being a zombie at Grove City, though.
Oh, hey, Elderkind.
Right.
Elderkind just made it in. On that topic, can you use melee weapons as a zombie, or you can only touch people with your bare hands?
Good question.
Depends on the rules of the game.
Yeah, so a lot of times when you're a zombie, they'll the different mods will give some zombies some power. So some zombies might get a shield, if they're a tank. Some zombies
That
might
makes
get
sense.
noodles. They kind of limit it. They try to balance it and limit it a little bit. So you can't just show up and take your noodles and swing them around if you know what I mean. But they moderate that a bit. But that was helpful for me when I had noodles because it gave me some
Extra
actual reach.
Right.
Joel King says, have either of us ever attempted a integration mod? I came close because I was frustrated enough with a project that I'm doing, brassing a blaster that nobody wants to even open, and I thought about using parts from an Eon Pro, so that was the first thought about it, but I haven't actually done it. How about you, Tony?
No, I really haven't done any integrations. I have a few that I'd really like to do. I have a stack of Centurions that I'm never going to open up to try to mod that I like the parts out of. There's a few blasters I'm probably going to do more I want to chop a bunch of stuff down into pistols. That's a thing that's not really an integration. It's more of a disintegration.
Yeah.
I really want to make a
Minimization, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make a rapid pistol to say that I did. I'd like to take the one with the 2 barrels. My God, my Nerf brain.
Select bot? No.
No, the Rhino Fire. I want to make a Rhino Fire pistol.
Oh, I just thrifted one of those the other day for $4. It's a novelty item and not necessarily rare per se.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a few. I'd like to goof around with that. So yeah, I haven't really done. I gotta finish my stack of projects, but I want to be really cautious. I talk so much. Not enough. I want to know what else you got there is there something else you'd like to show us or a favorite, something you got behind you, something you want to throw out to be
without any spoilers for future videos, I am working obviously on getting that turbine video out, but I am constantly just brainstorming for new things that I can do. I'm brassing okay, there it is. You guys heard it. I'm brassing an Elite 2.0 Echo.
Ooh.
It's going to be called the Retali Echo, and it's going to have to use some Retaliator parts because, unfortunately, this blaster, as you guys know, it's solvent welded. So just opening it, you're destroying 40% of it. So
Amazing.
You're going to have to use some Retaliator parts to get back in there, as well as mechanically to get it all sound when you get it all going. So I'm just doing right now the nomadic seal tests and all that. Other than that, I've been away from I'm itching to get back to my electronic mods. I haven't done a battery mod in a while, so I'm kind of wanting to get back into one. Not sure what kind of platform. I wanted to do something with an Ultra Amp. I really like the form factor. Feels really great in the hands.
Yep.
On that one.
The amp is really cool.
There's thousands of blasters that exist, so there's always going to be a topic for modding and what you're doing now and what kind of Frankenstein thing you got going on. It's just always something new.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. So Matt, you did I know we're almost at time here, but so Matt, you did a while ago now for your birthday. I get you a kit from Out of Darts. We all love Out of Darts, and you modded the Spectrum.
Yeah.
And we have some parts we need to print out for that. That thing's hitting what was that hitting?
140, 150-ish, I think.
Yeah, maybe
even 160.
I think it was
160s.
higher. We have some things we want to print for that, but what is? You've been dragged into this hobby by me. You're going to a giant event. You're driving 16 hours, so you're in.
I'm crossing international borders.
Yeah, you see a lot of Nerf. What's something that's kind of tickled your fancy where you're like, I wouldn't mind modding this or that or what?
I like the high performance stuff just because that's the way I am. I like the high performance stuff.
You just play yourself, bro.
Right? No, but I
Guard zone, bro.
Yeah, right. But I also like the really goofy stuff. So I don't know.
There's lots of goofy stuff.
There is lots of goofy stuff around here.
So much.
Funny because I started this as a joke on one of Drax's videos. I think he's reviewing now the Elite Junior stuff, and one of my comments on there was, I would totally brass and spring one of these and show up to a war. And it's a possibility now. I didn't think that a joke would turn into like something I could put my hands on. That's funny.
No, man, that's also one of my. I do like the sleeper mods as well.
Oh, I love.
Like if you can show up with something and people
I just think it's a trolling kind of thing. Show up.
Yeah.
At a war with something like this.
Exactly. No, I'm a big fan of it too.
Something that's on my short list. Let me ask you a question, and then I'll answer it.
Sure, no,
I'm
go
bad
ahead.
for that. I actually really want. I got a few Connects kits from Connects. I'm gonna mod a Connects blaster because they run on 3 AA's.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to. I'm gonna lipo the hell out of a Connects. One of the Connects cores. So they have like a nice little core that takes a mag. Takes 3 batteries in here. I am going to mod one of these. It works like a barricade. You turn it on, and it just stays on.
Mm-hmm.
So
that looks like internals only.
Yeah, so it does look like internals only. So I want to mod one of these. I want to actually make it have 2 switches. Like I want to be able to like I'm gonna put in a rev switch, and I'm going to LIPO it. I would love to show up to something. I mean, it's not going to be the time for Maryland, but I would love to show up to something with this.
The Connects blaster.
With a Connects blaster. I think, like, coming in as the Connects kid, I'll make some Connects shades. I really would love... my problem is I don't get to enough events, so I'm a little bit scared to do this, because I don't want to, like, show up and then, like, get eliminated, and then be like, well, see you guys in a year.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be funny... Do you guys know who Guy Fieri is?
Yep.
He's got,
the
spiky hair.
With the spiky hair?
Yeah, he was like the Nerf... He was like a Nerf ambassador for Ultra and the Nerf House thing. I would love to go to an event as Guy Fieri and spike my hair and use all Ultra, just using the Ultra shotgun and all Ultra all the time. I think that would be and I just like have like hamburgers in a bag and just like
a little cosplay.
Yeah, I just want to cosplay Guy Fieri. If you're watching this, guy, I'm coming for you.
Hey, there's 40 people in here. One of them could be Guy. You never know.
One of them could be him. So that might. That's right. I'm gonna take everyone to Flavortown.
Barrett says we're working on a pixelator mod. Barrett, by the way, I was laughing so hard with that. He had the title of one of his videos said Busby versus your hands.
Yeah.
And it was the pixelator, and one of their blasters kind of awkward and jagged. Hilarious. But it is true. Pixelator is so niched out. It's like, you have to be like a retro gamer to really like that, like a Super Nintendo fanboy to like that kind of stuff. It's
weird. I mean, when we go to the U.S., I will buy one. We will buy we'll have so many.
You guys have like a shopping list?
No, not yet, but I do plan
like
plan on looking at the route and like planning all the stops.
Oh, love that. This guy is so much more organized than me. He's going to have like, I go down and I'm just like, as I'm driving and getting gas and getting like a gas station snack, I'm just like, are there any Goodwills around here? Matt will have
I'll look them up down through the path. Yeah.
Do you guys have Jolts at the gas station?
No, I don't think so.
Like Jolts is in the Nerf Jolt?
Like every gas station has a little toy section, and sometimes they even sell Jolts.
No, we'll have like dollar store knockoffs.
Yeah,
but not actual Nerf stuff.
Yeah, not actual Nerf, but definitely we see like a few of the knockdown stuff. Are you guys gonna cut down a double fire or a double shot? I have a double shot somewhere or a double fire that I did cut down and took out the AR and made it fire like 6 3/4 length darts. So yeah, so many mods. It's hard to keep track. I don't know. We gotta find you a project, Matt. I feel like a goofy project. We need some sort of. I feel like we should take some serious business to Maryland and some goofy business.
Sure.
That's what I think. Are you gonna not enough? What's on your like? If you could go to an event, like, do you have any like long-term plans?
I actually have an event that I'm planning on going with Miss NotNuff at I think it's the beginning of this month actually.
Nice.
It's the event that was supposed to be N-Word 2023, but then I guess there was a miscommunication with the guys and Drac had to take the video down. Well, University of Central Florida is still doing an event. That's the one we're going to go to. It's kind of going to be like a mixed HVZ, HVH kind of deal. And we're looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. But
that's awesome.
Don't know what else. I mean, I'll go to the next Maryland, but how about the Jared's Blaster Battle? I think that's sold out, right?
Yeah, I'd really like to go to one.
It looks like just a hilarious blast.
It looks like a fun, goofy time. Like, I'm gonna guess it's not super tactical to play. Like it's probably just a bunch of darts flying in the air. But I think it would be, super cool. That's definitely something I would like to get to. I would like to get to someday for sure. Like I'd like to get to more. It's just it's so far. I kind of have to choose The Maryland one is a great event where it has like 3 things. Like I'm excited about a day of playing, right? Like I've gone to 2 HVZs, but like I've never just like played games.
Right.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Like I enjoy HVZ, but like I'm definitely excited to just play some weird
Try
games.
something else, yeah.
So after 3 days, I'm gonna be so chafed. You're gonna have to drive lot of the time on the way back.
We'll pick up some baby powder on the way down.
Oh, we're gonna have to. Usually when I go down, I go by myself. So like, I usually cheap out on the way home and sleep in the van on the way home. And I'm
Brad says, getting shot in the face by 5,000 kids. I backed out of it last year.
Oh, I mean,
it does look like chaos.
It certainly looks like I like chaos. I don't know. I think that would be fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be fun doing a little road trip together. It'd be good. We'll get a hotel probably. You probably don't want to sleep in a gas station parking lot.
I appreciate it.
So you're a fancy man, of taste.
Did you want to wrap up the thrifting topic real quick since we're running out of time?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
So what was your big find of the month, or what? How do you want to?
Oh, you want me to? I think I already gave it up. I basically found like a cheap turbine. Like finding a turbine for like $7. I was pretty happy about that. I found a couple Recon. Like,
what did I find you in Moncton?
Oh, you found me the skeet disc thrower.
Yeah.
The old 2003, I think. Like there's like throws up skeet discs, and it came with all the discs and had the remote.
Oh wow.
One thing I think is really cool about thrifting is that like. Someone's like, oh, this is old and it's rare. I'm like, oh, cool. What's it worth online? Nothing.
$8. Yeah.
$8 plus $60.
Just like a novelty, yeah.
Yeah, like I think there's just so much Nerf, none of it's worth anything.
Sure.
And as I look around my collection here, I'm like, oh no. But at the same time,
my retirement.
I have so much of it because it's like so easy, to collect stuff. Like
it's one of those buy first, check rarity later.
Sure.
Yeah, cause, I mean, you're not, like, sometimes on Marketplace, I'll get, like, I've been snapping up Vulcans because I want to get as many chains as I can. I want to do a video with, like, a lot of chains.
Somebody was asking about Vulcans at the beginning of the chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they said, please talk about Vulcans, and I totally went right over. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I have a modded Vulcan. I did a flywheel afterburn. I've been collecting up Vulcans. I probably have, like, 10 or 11 chains now. And I have probably 6 or 7 Vulcans. But I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I was going to pay a lady like a few bucks for a Vulcan. She's like, and we had a deal. She's like, oh, my son says it's discontinued. It's rare. I'm like, I mean, I don't want anyone to feel disappointed or ripped off. Like, no problem at all. But I would not pay more. And it was missing a tripod too. I was like, it's not even complete. Like, I would not pay more than like, I've gotten a bunch of Vulcans for like $7 or $8 or like $10. Like, I would pay like.
I see them constantly. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Jolt King, you say that now, but when you're sitting 1,000 blasters deep and your living room looks like a warehouse of a child plate,
he might be there. I don't know.
Actually, Tony, when I saw your stash, I felt better about mine.
Oh,
you're lucky to have a warehouse.
Yeah, it's
He does currently have a warehouse.
Yeah, like we're in my old house right now because we moved. And we're like, we need to get this place sold. So between like this and the arena, but like my basement is like, there's like I mean, Captain Xavier has a bigger collection.
So there's one human alive that has a bigger collection.
A floor of his house dedicated to his blasters, and then another floor dedicated to his Legos. That's what he has like the room, right? The mod room.
Right.
Well, he has. I saw a video. Like he did a video. He has like a shipping container full of stuff too.
Oh my goodness!
Which I'm like,
that can come in handy.
That sounds like a great idea.
Seems
one giant Tupperware.
Yeah, storage is definitely
integral for the hobby.
Yeah.
Joel King integrated a Vulcan into a Rapid Strike. That sounds super cool. I'll be following up on that. The Elder Kind saying he went on a Speedload 6 kick. He now owns 4. And one is a blue trigger. Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, that was weird. A lot of the trigger color kind of dictated how powerful some of those were, and like
not a bad idea.
Yeah, and they like sell them around the world too. So like, there's laws in different countries, so they'll like some of them will be like the gray trigger version or the blue trigger version or whatever. Jolt King's done a ton of mods to those old dart tag stuff that look so cool and work so badly. Like Speedload 6 is cool. The Quick 16, like they look awesome. They're some of my favorite blasters actually. Like that's one of my favorite Nerf lines is the dart tag stuff, like the Speed Swarm. And all the like they look so cool.
American Foam says,
Still
trying
under
to
100.
thin the collection. A good tool for that, I was talking to Anthony about it, is eBay. If you have an eBay store that you use for other things, just list your blasters on there and you can get rid of them. Actually, for a higher price than you would sell them at local marketplaces like Facebook or Craigslist, you can get actually top. Some guy said gold nugget. Yeah, exactly. Gold nugget dollar you can get for your blasters on eBay.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I think I sold an Ion Strike for $20. Like, you can't even give them away out here.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Clowny Nerf. Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's worth something if you're looking for it at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I have so much stuff that I've gotten for like $3 that people are like, oh, I really want one of those. But the shipping is what kills it. Like, if we lived in a world where you could teleport things, then you could make some money. But like, the shipping is just is nuts on.
Yeah, I was so happy. I found a speed load actually recently. I have to find the blue trigger versions of all these dark tech stuff. Do you guys have the blue trigger versions? I only have, I think, the small one, the single shot one.
I do have blue trigger versions. I don't notice a whole lot of a performance boost with mine. They're pretty.
I don't know how many of them got a
out.
blue trigger version. I don't know if the Quick 16 Jolt King is going to have to confirm that, but they're just nicer. They have better springs, I think, right?
Yeah. And Shaz is saying that the shipping, shipping in Canada is brutal. Too.
It's $20 shipping, no matter where, minimum.
So I don't know. I'm kind of hoping with the local place that I have, like the little arena, like if I start kind of building it up and getting people, like sucking people into the hobby, I'm gonna start kind of selling some of my overflow. Mm-hmm. Matt just gave me some tough love like before the stream started, and he's like, "You need to sell
some stuff,
like half of this."
I saw that board you have with rows of Tupperware all to the top.
Oh yeah, man, it's
the thrifted blasters room. That one, that's the one I'm talking about. Man, that's quite the stash.
Yeah, every once in a while I have like a little moment of like clarity, like someone coming out of like a coma, and I'm like, "Oh no,
what have I done?"
I go right back in. It's fine. That's what Matt's here to help. Please help.
American Foam. Brad says he funneled his collection down to 100. How?
Hard,
how?
Man.
Please tell me. Please share how.
I don't think I could get there. I think I am getting to the point where there's a lot of stuff I could get rid of. Like,
I think 250 is probably realistic.
I was packing stuff up, and I'm like, when you need a tote for every type of blaster, I'm like, oh, I got 9 hyperfires here. I probably don't need.
Well, I know you like those for those events you have, right?
I do.
They're easy.
I do have a goal that I want to have like 5 hyperfires and 5 rapid strikes modded to 9.6 volt because I think that's like a cool full auto level but that's still I don't. Oh guys, I'm gonna have a breakdown on screen. We can't talk about collections anymore. I'm just gonna fall apart. I can't do it.
It's just so easy to. I think the thing with thrifting is it's so easy to acquire. And you get that dopamine rush when you pick something up that's rare. Just seeing a Spectrum for $1.99 at a Goodwill. Fantastic blaster that they don't even sell at Walmart anymore. Now you have to get it at Amazon, I think.
Yeah.
And I think their Adventure Force contract for this one ran out, whatever it is. You see something like this, you're like, it's a no-brainer. You pick it up, no remorse, right? But then when you come home and you realize I have 7 Spectrums already, why did I need an 8th one?
I only have 4 Spectrums, so I'm doing fine. I am to the point though where like I'm just like giving stuff away when kids come in. Like if there's like a birthday party, I'm just like, here, why don't you have a thing? And they're just like, oh okay. I gotta pare it down. I just saw the blaster show. Hello. Do I need 3 Ultra Ones? Weirdly, I only have 1 Ultra One. I bought it new. And I was like, oh, this Ultra stuff looks kind of cool. And man, it was disappointing because it ran on 4 AA's, I think, or 4. It ran on 4 or something. And I was like, man, this thing sucks. I thought it was supposed to be like I was expecting it to be like Rival, like a little bit faster. Mm-hmm. And then all the subsequent Ultra stuff, they did make them 9 volt.
Right.
But I modded because of Foam Blasted. He did it, and I saw him do it, and that led me down a whole thing of like, oh, maybe it doesn't have to be LiPo. 9 volt's cool. The Nerf Ultra One on 6 AA batteries. That thing was hitting in the 120s. That thing is.
Wait a minute! It doesn't bring a 9 volt natively.
No.
That must be the only Ultra that doesn't bring 9 volts.
It is. Yeah, I think they did
so
that
it's what,
one.
4 Cs?
Yeah, I know. I think it was like maybe it was 4. I don't remember because I dremelled it all out. I can't remember what it is. But like I think they
Joel
did.
King confirm.
Okay, I think they did that, and they were like, "This was a huge mistake."
Right.
Yeah,
and they made everything else more. But that thing though, it fits a 6 AA battery tray from Amazon, like super easy. It fits right in there, and that thing is awesome. It's like 120s, 130 on.
Yeah, just adding a little bit more juice, even with alkaline. Yep.
Yeah, super, super awesome. With Miss Not Enough saying we need to start hosting birthday parties.
And having enough blasters to hold a couple at a time.
That's how
simultaneously.
That's how it happens. Yeah, I definitely have a hoarding situation.
Okay, so yeah, I guess joking. I guess the engineers at Hasbro woke up and they said, "Yeah, we need 6 AA's or 6 C's going forward after the Ultra One." Yeah, that makes sense.
I think
that's
so.
why the Ultra One. I feel like it was a prototype. It was just actually marketed and sold.
it kind of feels like that. I think with more power, I think it's actually really good. Bray was saying he scaled down a lot. I actually know, I saw one of his videos where it was basically like sorting things into, have I used this recently?
Mm-hmm.
Do I use it often?
Mm-hmm.
Or have I used it at
Ever?
all?
Okay.
And that feels like a good way to go through. Like, I have a lot of stuff that I just have never touched. And then I have some things that, and we'll I know we're going a little bit over, but I have a whole, I get into collector mode though. That's the problem. Like, we're talking about all these blasters. I have almost all of the Nerf Nitro stuff. And
Right.
it fires foam cars. I'm like, but
You actually got me on that trip, collecting the Nitro stuff. You got me on that. And when I went to Ollie's and I found that stash of cars, because they don't sell them normally anymore, but Ollie's it just sells excessive inventory, so they had all the cars. I'm like, yeah, I'll take them all, and then I'm like, nope. I feel bad for the people that haven't found cars too.
I have 80 cars, so I have a lot of cars.
Gosh.
So I really want to do though at the cafe. I'm gonna do when the new Fast and the Furious movie comes out.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a Fast and the Furious night where you pay cover. I give you a car that is your car that you race for slips that night. If you drink, you can get a Corona. If you don't drink, you can get an alcohol-free Corona.
Yeah.
But you must hold a Corona though, one of the two.
Right.
And for that night, your family. And we're gonna race some Nerf Nitro cars, and I'll have a little prize.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that stupid idea, I've collected all of the Nerf Nitro stuff. But there's mag-loaded
Mag-fed ones, yeah.
Mag-fed. I modded one
Internal
of them.
mag ones. There's the Magnus version of it with an internal mag.
So stupid. I love, but I love the stupid stuff. That's why when people say airsoft, bro, I'm like, there's more to it than
Vortex,
BBs.
bro.
There's more to it than BBs, guys. I think BBs are cool, but there's more to it than that. Coop killed in that tournament. Yeah, he was in the Ultra tournament. I remember seeing that.
The Toretto tournament. Excellent naming.
The Tourette
tournament.
The Tourette tournament?
Are you serious? Me and Ms. Notnuff were joking about that not too long ago about a Fast and Furious themed Nitro car war.
Yeah.
But it's actually a thing now. That's hilarious.
The Toretto tournament.
The Nerf and the Furious.
Oh yeah. Well, the fast and the foamy. There's so many things you could do. Oh man.
Family.
Oh
man.
You almost have me. You never even had your blaster.
That was a good little short you made. I like that.
Oh yeah. No, I'm so excited for that whole thing. For the Nerf Fast and the Furious is going to be a good time. It's all about family, guys.
It is.
It's all about family, and that's what I feel like. That's what it is here tonight. Is family. I'm really glad we ended on a Fast and the Furious note. I'm so glad. Those movies came out those movies came out so long ago that it was back when I would have thought having a Toyota Supra would be cool.
Or a Jetta.
I mean, you're driving a Golf, pal.
It's a Golf R though.
It is a Golf R. It's a fancy Golf. But I feel like you could.
It's also modified.
You could live that Fast and the Furious life.
Yeah.
I went more I'm in the Jeep route of the Fast and the Furious life. I could
You're towing my vehicle, right?
I'll tow your vehicle to the
race.
launch point, and then you can launch into a helicopter.
Right.
Hey, a little fun fact. I'm actually a car enthusiast too. I'm deep rooted with that stuff.
Nice.
I grew up in that hobby.
Nice.
The car modding and all that. Kind of do it on my off time. Nerf is forefront though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Guys, are we going to switch this over? Are we gonna
To a
switch,
car?
Am I going to switch my whole channel to a Fast and the Furious channel? Let's do it.
Hey, in that blizzard you were driving last night, you need that Jeep.
You really do. That's like a standard day here. Oh, Bray saying, "Oh boy, you ain't got enough stream time for that Ultra tournament chat."
Yeah.
I do. That is something I actually need to go back sometime and
Yeah, I gotta look that up. It sounds like it's...
Yeah, I gotta look some of that stuff up. So something I've also wanted to do, I do love the idea of tournaments. I hope someday we find out what Nerf ball is. Remember, did I ever
Yeah,
send you
did that idea, is it stalemate right now? What happened with that? Like, everybody was
what that
excited
is.
about those stripes with the short darts. And
Yeah.
some people have the impression that it's still going to come out with that, but I don't know.
They did a news announcement, and just like nothing else ever happened. And I think Bray
That's it.
he did a short about it not too long ago, just being like, what happened?
I think there's more speculation than anything that actually happened.
I don't know. I did, so maybe I'll scoop Nerf, because you know how you got me that foam Nerf ball.
Yep.
I have a foam Nerf ball, and I have 12 dart tag vests.
Yep.
Because I have a problem. So I have 12 of those, and I have enough Velcro tip darts and enough dart tag blasters. I want to do my own tiny dart tag tournament. I want to do it. I want to dress. I want to only play music from the top. I have a lot of theme ideas, guys. I like a theme.
You're gonna have the space to do it here soon.
That's the thing. So I want to do. So stay tuned for my dart tag tournament. Take that, Nerf, and I'll incorporate a ball, and I'll do it first. It's gonna be great. Nothing's been announced.
How are you guys feeling about the whole, as we wrap it up, how are you guys feeling about the whole Game Face company? What a strong backbone of marketing that company brought along. Just come out of nowhere with them curveballs and just shocked the world.
Oh.
Everybody wanted to try on before it was available. Crazy marketing. It comes to show you a company with 2 product lines, and I see the future pretty nice ahead of them for them.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I would like to get my hands on a Try-On. I was just talking to you a little bit about.
Yeah, I don't know when I do either.
It looks really good. It's there's like, I thought about putting in an order for one, but like, by the time with the exchange and shipping it here, like it would just cost so much that as much as it looks cool, I just couldn't quite do it. But it's
just the ergo on it looks so great. I'm waiting for a sale too. I got too many blasters to go through before I can get excited about anything right away. But I respect the people that are excited for it right and need to have it right now. It looks amazing.
Oh.
The performance. I mean, Brett has actually taken it out. He has videos at his wars. It looks really good.
Yeah, and I know Joe King has one too. Like, I mean, a lot of people are like, if I could go to a store right now and buy one for like the Canadian equivalent, and just like I would have one, but it's just enough with the shipping and all of that stuff to kind of stop me. I almost bought a Harrier, and I was just like, you know what? How about I just take the screw out of this Mark 1.2? and I just fire that at things.
Without that dart guide, it feels like it's now based. Like it's good to go.
Yeah.
It shoots pretty hard. So yeah, it's Amazon briefly had the Prime for $29. Jeez, those sales, you guys, those sales. I see dart.
Yeah, the Game Face Prime actually, I think I got it for $25, but that was last summer. It went on sale briefly and then back to like 35s. I haven't played with it yet, but.
Yeah,
like I said, the Crossman is a BB gun pellet company that's been around since the late 1800s. Company's like 120 years old. So Crossman and Game Face, which is aren't they like natively an airsoft company? So them two together got the backbone of a strong company. I see.
Just play airsoft, bro.
Airsoft, bro.
Airsoft, bro. That's a shirt. That needs to be a shirt. It also needs to be like a new sound effect. It's just like airsoft, bro. Whenever anyone gets excited about anything Nerf, I'm gonna airsoft, bro it. just because. I like that, Joel King. I like that you're excited for my dart tag tournament in 2023. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll figure out some sort of way to have like some sort of virtual promo. I don't know. We'll figure something out to include some more people. Mm-hmm. Amazon Canada does have Dart Zone stuff. Oh, on sale, you say? I feel like an Amazon Canada sale is not as exciting as a Target sale.
No, because Amazon Canada sale is like $5 off, not 75% off.
Yeah, like it still is going to cost like a Deuce Pro is like $90 Canadian. Like it's a little.
Speaking of that airsoft, bro, do you guys know Brandon Diaz, right? Obviously.
Yep.
So, as his channel trailer, his video. They bugged him to death about why don't you airsoft instead, to the point that they made him not only create a video about why I nerf instead of airsoft, but it's the forefront of his channel. It's great. And he makes a lot of really good points on there.
Oh, I mean, I get it. I was actually thinking again today of like, I mean, it's one of those things, like, part of me is like, I kind of want to make a little video about that, but part of me is like, the people who are just mindlessly spouting that out don't care.
No, they're not going to watch that video.
They don't care. They're like airsoft, bro, and I'm like, but
look,
but look at this. I mean, Come on, guys. Look at this thing. It looks like
120 FPS Mega Dart.
Yeah, it looks
XL.
like. Oh, now the pressure's on. Oh, that's too high. Hold on. I gotta go again.
You gotta get that
V6
breech lock.
fuel injected.
Oh, too high. I keep aiming. I'm trying to correct for. Paper Skeletons is gonna hook me up with a breech lock. I'm pretty excited about that.
Control. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I agree, Mook. Brendan D is really based. I love the natural approach.
Come on.
Target can, yay.
Oh, I got one more. Yep.
No, you go here.
No!
I'm gonna hit it with the last one.
No, you do it. I'm such a bad co-host. You son of a... Pure can.
You did it.
John Manuel, no. Do not get that dictator for $75. Target has them for $25, unless you meant to say 25. But Target has them new in the box, $25, which is half off right now.
Nice.
Normally they're $50. So yeah, 75 is a little high for a dictator used.
I'm guessing that's Canadian. I'm guessing that's Canadian. Like, that's the tough thing.
Isn't Canadian still 1.2 or something? It's not even that much of a... Not like the euro, is it?
1.27, I think.
Yeah, it's that.
The problem
but
is the shipping.
The shipping, and it's just like it's definitely not.
Do you guys have Target up there? Do you guys have dictators?
No. There's no.
Oh, I see now.
No.
So John Manuel is Canada.
I'm guessing. Oh, that's why I like Bradley Phillips' videos where he shoots one of the gel soft players with a 300 plus caliber from time to time. That's an awesome point.
Oh, okay.
John Manuel, Canadian, yes.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one. Like, the Dictator's super cool, but it's almost like, I don't know if you're close to the border, but it's if you have any sort of trip or family down there, or like, you know what, just lurk in those Nerf forums enough and make a friend and maybe get somebody to like. You could probably get one, like, Target giving away their blasters. Well, then you go to ship it. I don't know. I have no solution for you. I don't know. All hope is lost. I'll buy another one when I'm at Target in the U.S.
Right.
And I'll think of you when I add it to my collection.
And every time you fire it, yeah.
Every time I fire it. What a jerk I am.
I haven't played with Caliburn yet. I'm sure it's a blast.
I have a Caliburn behind me.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's peeking through there behind
It's
the
it's
mag.
you know, it was fun to print. It was really good, but it's like it's such a stiffer prime for the same. It's like 200 FPS. I need to see. It needs to be sealed. Like, it just needs some tweaking. It's just not something I've done, but it's on my shelf. It looks cool. It's got that exposed steel for coring people, so I got to put some sort of scar on it. But anyway, thanks Joel King for hanging out as long as you did. Yeah, we're over our. We're
Usual,
like
yeah.
we blew way past.
Thank you
stream
for
time.
everybody that hung out. I really appreciate that.
Well, I know.
Awesome.
I selfishly just let us go longer because I was having fun.
It's your channel. You can go as long as you want.
Let's go all night.
Oh no,
By ourselves. Matt and I once did a Connect stream where we built Connects
for like 4 hours.
Oh my god, a 4-hour stream was really interesting.
Oh my gosh.
We just did it just for fun, but like one kid kept coming back like every half hour. He's like, "Wow, you're still going." I'm like, "Oh,
thanks.
Bless your little heart."
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to go around with some final thoughts on either like things you want to mod, things coming up you're excited about, things you've seen lately you're excited about. Matt, anything for you? You're just probably tingling with anticipation for that road trip with me.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the? I know we were talking. Do you have any thoughts about your HVZ preference for like a loadout?
HVZ. I feel like HVZ. It's going to be the same thing. I think I want high capacity. It doesn't have to be like the most performance. I just want high capacity.
Yep. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. So you want something like you can dual wield 2 judges.
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
Not enough for you. If you go to that HVZ, what do you think you're gonna use?
I honestly think I would be right there next to you with the 1.2, maybe a Max Striker if I don't want to take that much horsepower. I held the 1.2. I like the ergo of it. It works with me. I know it doesn't work with everybody, and some people snap the stock somehow. I think Brad at American Foam, he snapped the stock. I don't know if it's just an awkward way you hold it for that to happen.
I think if you actually tried to use it to prime it, but I
can see that.
I don't know what that other spring in the 1.2 gets it down to. I don't know if it gets down to HVZ safe levels or not. I'm gonna have to play around with that now that I actually fire it around sometimes. But yeah, Plus,
But yeah, I could see running like a good 1.2 as a primary, and then I don't know. I like the troll idea of just taking something like this as a backup to a backup jolt kind of deal, and just whipping it out for fun, tagging somebody at 50 feet away with a Nerf Elite Junior. I don't know. It's the gimmicky fun stuff.
For sure. And well, for HVZ, that's kind of the best way to do it. Like I know, like Blaster Show, I think he was saying, I'm pretty sure he was saying like people should bring their Rev Reapers for the LOLs. That's like a zombie strike blaster that like it's like a manual flywheeler.
I actually like that. I like the Buzzbee Tornado. I would totally like a human powered weapon.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna take mine with me just for fun. But like HVZ, you don't need a lot, and like you don't want to hit all the nice people you meet in the face with like a lot of FPS. There's just you don't need like zombie contacts. Get them close up,
right?
With something gentle. Even the Nightingales, like at End War, were like a bit. I made sure I didn't shoot anyone in the face. Like kept it to the body. But I mean, I'm not a good shot either, so it's smart.
Well, I guess Brad at American Foam is not the only one who likes a stream to go on late, because we went from 29 viewers right back up to 36.
Nice.
Well, that people heard all night, and they're like, "Well, let's go." I am going to join the Rev Reaper game. I'm taking my Rev Reaper. I think I have 2 Rev Reapers. I must have multiple Rev Reapers, surely. I always thought the Rev Reaper, I love talking about a blaster I don't have, but probably a lot of you guys know what the Rev Reaper is. I always thought there was a big missed opportunity to have it spark when you rev it. Because you know those old toys where you would like squeeze the trigger and the gears would make sparks? I always thought that would have been really cool in the Rev Reaper. A mod I've been meaning to do to the Rev Reaper is just to add LEDs. Just like so that when you rev it, it pulses an LED, like put a little battery in, put a little switch in there. I thought that would be...
Doesn't the Revoltinator do that on a battery?
The Revoltinator, it has a bunch... the Revoltinator
I actually just drifted my first one ever of that one. It's kind of like an extended Strife, right? Like a modulus but zombie strike version.
Yeah, it has some really cool sound effects and everything on it. That's on my short list to mod, to at least do like, again, like 9.6 probably. Like, I just want to get all my flywheel Nerf up to 100 feet per second.
Sure.
And then I'm pretty happy with it for the most part. Rocking his Tomcat with the spare drum.
Good choice. Inner City Pigeon.
Blaster Show. It's revving time. That's right. Then when they
Hey, Puff Daddy Nerf is in here. What's up, bro? Rev Reaper Gang.
Rev Reaper Gang. Yeah. That's right. Everyone heard the call. Is it true that if you say certain words, people are pinged? I mentioned
hashtag Rev Reaper. There's getting more viewers now.
Oh, there we go. The Rev Reapers are trending. Can you grab the Rev Reaper,
sure,
Matt? Can you fit we'll finish off the stream with a Rev Reaper shot. Where we got some darts. We're gonna Rev Reap it. It's over in a place of honor on a shelf over here. Are there any darts floating around? Oh, too many. Am I out of darts? Whoa. Product.
Out of who?
One. You know what? One dart's all it takes when you're in the Rev Reaper gang.
Not with your aim, no.
Oh, it hurts because it's true. Wait till you see me in that tournament, guys. All right, here we go. Target cam. See if I got one shot, one kill.
Oh, there we go. Target cam.
All right. Oh, you know what? That had so much juice. I went way over. Yeah, Rev Reaper.
You've been working out too much, man.
Yeah.
That's. It's like with like a Thigh Master. I'm gonna put it between my legs, and I am gonna get toned. I will be the Canadian buff daddy with my Rev Reaper working. I don't know. On the note of me squeezing a Rev Reaper between my thighs, I feel like maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to head towards the end of the show. Not enough. I want to hand it over to you for some final thoughts, some final musings. Some of your favorite things going on this year, some of your plans for the future. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
A really good one that I'm really excited about. You guys remember earlier, when I started my YouTube channel, like I think it was July or August, I made a video about off-brand blasters, and I mentioned a company named Happy Line Toys, which makes Fast Shots. Fast Shots is kind of like the X-Shot of so Zuru is like Happy Line, and then X-Shot is like Fast Shots. Basically, it's like a cousin of X-Shot company. A lot of people don't know about them, but they're Taiwanese. I made that video. 4 months later, they reached out to me. They found my video, and they were like, you know what? We want to do some Western marketing. We're going to send you a care package. I have the box over there. Otherwise, I'll get up and show you. But I'd rather just make you wait for it because it's worth it. Basically, they send me a care package that my name is actually like lasered onto the box. Really cool stuff.
That's cool.
They have stuff like Zuru, like X-Shot. The quality of their toys is actually pretty amazing. They want to start marketing here in the U.S., so I'm excited to present that product to you. And it's probably a cheaper alternative to like the Hasbro stuff too, but it's equal. I mean, the plastic feels great, just like Zuru's stuff. So I'm excited to show you that. You could look for more Mad Scientist, obviously crazy battery mods. I am looking forward to doing the Will It 4S kind of video series. Well, kind of just like Captain Xavier does with his Will It K26. We're going to test 4S batteries, torture test blasters right off the shelf with 4S batteries and hear them babies scream and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. You can find me on social at NotNuffNerf, Twitter or Instagram. Please give us a follow. And YouTube, of course. And Tony, thank you for having me on, man. This was a lot more than I could have ever imagined as far as it was just fun.
Oh, it's super fun.
Good to have you.
Yeah, I love doing. I mean, these streams are a lot of fun to do. It's a good way to be as remote as Matt and I are. Like, we're far away. Like, this is just
from everything.
Yeah, so like chatting with all the people who pop by to say hello, like it's very, very cool. Very cool. I'm happy as always, Matt, to have you as co-host. Sensible person on the desk,
right,
telling me to cut down my collection. You're gonna be mapping out my route, so I'm not backtracking to Targets and Goodwills.
Yep.
You're gonna make sure I don't only eat gas station hot dogs. We'll probably stop and have one decent meal.
Sure.
And it's gonna be good. You'll bring me some talcum powder. And basically you'll be my babysitter. That's what I'm asking.
Sure.
Sounds like me telling me it's not enough. Don't let me make that exit. Just keep me on the interstate going straight home. We have 2 Goodwill bags in the back of the car. Don't need to be making more stops.
It's hard not to. It's hard not to. Well, Matt
easy to collect.
Matt does a lot of collecting on his own. He just recently finished collecting like an entire run of the
Marvel's Transformers.
Yeah,
Yep.
so Matt definitely. Well,
awesome.
he's not as deep into the Nerf as me. He's been drugging in there. Matt understands between board games, comics, your car.
My car, yep.
You got a lot of collection stuff going on.
It's fine.
You
I understand.
Yeah, you can't cast those stones too far.
No, I can't.
Awesome. All right, guys. I think we'll call it for the night. We went almost 40 minutes over, so I think we've been indulgent enough. But
Time flies when you're having fun for sure.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. So I definitely appreciate everyone who stopped by and stuck around for so long. It was very cool. I'm excited for the next stream. It's going to either be the end of this month. This stream should have been in February, but just schedules get hard because we're just doing this for fun. Mm-hmm. End of the month, there's going to be another stream. Probably have another guest on. By the end of the year, I hope to have some people back. I had a lot of fun with Brad. I'd like to have him on. I want to have Not Enough on again. Maybe by the end of it, I'll know enough to do some sort of super stream. I'll up my bandwidth.
Oh, that'd be awesome! Like
we'll
do
a couple guests.
Yeah, we'll do a party. So we'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself. I can barely get the technology working for one, but we're doing it. All right, everybody. I'm gonna stop the stream. And
good night, guys. Thank you for all 30
everyone.
of you hanging to the very last minute.
All right,
it's amazing.
Thanks again, Not Enough. Appreciate it. Thank you, Matt.
No problem.
Thank you, everyone. Rev Reapers forever. I remember
Rev Reapers unite.
Right.
With to Maritime Foam, you're all family.
Right.
Body by Nerf.
And